So what do we mean by tokenization in the financial space? And why does it matter for supervision and policy in the European Union? This is what we're going to explore together. Hi, my name is Julien Nivot. I'm a policy officer in the Digital Finance and Innovation team at ESMA, the European Securities and Markets Authority. And today we're going to see what is tokenization and what could be the impact of tokenization on financial markets. But let's start from the beginning with a definition. So tokenization could be defined as a digital representation of any kind of assets, but let's focus today on financial instrument, or any kind of rights that will take the form of a token recorded on a distributed ledger. What it does mean, actually, is that we're going to take something that exists in the real world and we're going to encode its key characteristics into a token. Those issuance, transfer, and ownership will be managed directly on the chain. Of course, we should stress that this tokenization won't call into question the fundamental legal nature of the assets. In that sense, a tokenized bond will remain a bond, or a tokenized equity will remain equity. So what change is the infrastructures behind it. How the token will be transferred, how it will be negotiated, how it will be safekept, and how actually ownership records will be maintained over time. So of course we can ask the question that what tokenization is, but also why tokenization is so important for financial markets. Actually, tokenization can bring several efficiency gains. Among these gains, you've got automation, for example, via smart contracts that can be deployed for coupon payment or voting processes. You have programmability that actually can correct some human errors, and of course, the near instant settlement. All these benefits actually are key, but they don't call into question the fundamental nature of financial instrument. What we should ask ourselves is what is the impact of this change on the plumbing of the markets, if I may say so. Of course, these benefits come with some regulatory and legal consideration because the EU markets is organized today around several different intermediaries, trading venues for the formation of price and matching, central counterparties for clearing, CSD and custodian for the settlement and the safekeeping. And all these intermediaries actually has their own regulation and their own legal status. And what tokenization can change is precisely the functions of these intermediaries, but also the whole value chain. That's why in the EU we need to understand the impact of tokenization on these market infrastructures, and we start actually this work, especially via the DLT Pilot Regime that creates a kind of safe environment for testing the DLT for financial institution. Of course, the DLT Pilot Regime is an experimentation, so it's perhaps not enough, and that's why at ESMA we are also working with national competent authority to better understand the impact of tokenization. For instance, what does it mean that several functions like trading, like post-trading, like settlements, like issuance could be done on a single platform? What does it mean also that tokenization can occur on different types of blockchain, like private blockchain, public blockchain, permission or permissionless? What does it mean in terms of fragmentation? What does it mean in terms of liquidity with the risk of creating kind of liquidity silos? What does it mean also for the supervisor that want to have a consolidated view on the market? All these questions actually we are still working on, and we will continue in the near future as tokenization will evolve. To conclude, we can say that tokenization is less about, let's say, redefining a financial instrument, but more about rethinking, re-engineering the plumbing of a financial market. And at ESMA, we'll make sure that this evolution will occur in a safe environment in order to protect investor and the market integrity.